Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shwetan welcoming you all for this grand finale of the first ever T10 Blast presented by Triangle Cricket League. Jubi Chakuntal from C4D Mortgage is our proud sponsor for this event. The Stars and the Emperors have surpassed all the hurdles they faced through the league stages and the qualifiers and have reached this mega finals. This is the first time the Triangle Cricket League is hosting a tournament of this sort, a franchisee-based tournament. And these two teams have made their mark and have reached this stage. We are going to have a lot of audience for this event, both on the field and online. And we can't be more happier than today for the kind of coverage that we're bringing you. On the comm box, we're going to have a number of professional commentators from the area and a few young folks who are taking root in this aspiring profession. Sohail Warich is joining us on the comm box today. Aman Patel, one of the most heard voices on TV in the Morrisville and the surrounding parts, will join us in a little while. Abhiram Yerua. Very, very unfortunate that he didn't get picked in one of the teams, but he's been present here every day, and he will join us, sharing his wonderful, wonderful views and opinions. The news from out in the center is that the Stars have won the toss and have decided to bat first. It's a big final. They would like to score some runs and put pressure on the opponents. Owais Jilani is the opening bowler, as accurate as he always is. We'll run through the squads in a little while. Welcome Sohail. Welcome Abhiram.
Thanks, Shwetan, and looking forward to exciting game here. I think that we already have our big matchup, Owais versus Just Curran. I think that's going to be a competition to see. And like you mentioned, this is the first tournament of this sort, and it's been a huge hit with all the cricketing teams in the areas. So this is a big moment.
Here comes Owais Jilani for his second delivery. Kirk is the batsman, pitches it short. Kirk's pulled it away. Not enough timing there. Runs back for a couple of runs. And Stars off the mark with that shot. Not a well-timed shot, but 2 runs on the board nevertheless.
I think Owais is going to run in, try to bowl as fast as he can. He's been a really great rhythm this whole tournament and also in the TCL PL version. So I think this is going to be a real test for Kirk here. Kirk, who has had a couple of really good innings in the tournament, but I think he's really going to be tested by this bowling. So there we go. That's a little bit shorter, and Kirk pulls it away. There's no one protecting the boundary, so the ball runs away. Great start for the Stars here.
Absolutely. I'm not too sure if Owais Jilani is bowling to his strength. He's somebody who's well known to be pitching the ball right up. People fear his in-swinging Yorkers. He bowls at the toe of the batsman. The very first delivery has that capacity. And on this occasion, going short on back-to-back delivery. That's pretty surprising.
Yeah, I think bowling short with the new ball here is definitely not the right approach. Like you mentioned, Owais has a great in-swinger, which he should utilize here and try to bowl, pitch the ball up as he can. There you go. That's the ball we're talking about. That's a perfect delivery to Kirk.
Absolutely. He relies a lot on his swing, and he's very effective with that. He should be looking to pitch the ball up. I'm a little surprised that if he wants to use his strength, he needs to also bring in a slip. I don't see one. Not that the T10 format demands one, but it could be an early wicket-taking opportunity.
Yeah, I think if Stars or Emperors can pick up a couple of quick wickets at the beginning, that will definitely boost their chances, because both of their openers and actually all of Stars' top order has been in a great nick, and there are some big names there. So you definitely don't want to have a defensive approach against them. You want to try to attack as much as you can, try to get their wickets and put them under some sort of pressure.
Going a little short once again, but Kirk missing it completely. The ball eluding the stumps goes to the wicketkeeper. No run taken, no damage done. And yes, Suhail, it's very important that the Emperors pick up a couple of early wickets and put some pressure on the batting lineup. It is a huge batting lineup with a lot of potential. If a couple of them get going, like you did the other night, they can make a big score, and you don't want to be chasing big runs in a final like this.
Yeah, and I don't know if Emperors would be too disappointed with the toss outcome. They did win the qualifier chasing against Stars, so they're going to fancy their chances chasing a total against the same team again. But we'll see how much Stars can put up batting first. There you go. That's another good ball. That was right up in the block hole. Well dug out by Kirk, but so far Wes has a couple of good deliveries, and his bad deliveries haven't cost him too much. So that's from the T10 standards, 6 runs and over, you will take it any day.
Absolutely. A quick look at the squads for this final. Remember that 12 people can play. From the Stars, we have Kirk Thompson, Jaskaran Malhotra, top of the order. Kiran Sarvanakumar, the tall fast bowler. Sameer Lodhi, Siraj Khan, Danish Khan, the leg spinner, who's been very successful in this tournament on these turf surfaces. Saad Khan, Nilesh Patil, Anirudh Bolisetti and Sahar Shwetan, the youngsters from the U15 ranks. Hasham Malik and Pankaj, he was lethal yesterday.
Yeah, I think Pankaj had a great spell yesterday. That was probably one of the best spells we have seen in this T10 version. So they'll be looking to repeat the same performance. So here we have the Ultimate Emperors squad. Emperors are boosted by return of Swapnil Gupta, and their mainstays are also in the team with Kunal and Fraz Rafi's there. They also have Abhishek, who's in great form. Rohan, we're going to see him roll his arm in a little bit here. Zan's there. Fawad, we all know the damage he can cause. And then we have some of the youngsters there.
Ritvik Appadi, Saket Varanasi, the youngsters. As we get started with the second over, I want to also bring in Abhiram Yeruwa onto the comm box, and your coming in has resulted in a boundary for the Stars, Abhiram.
Hey
Great
guys.
start.
Hey guys, it's good to be back here at Church Street Park. Got the Stars versus the Ultimate Emperors in the final, so it's gonna be a very good match here. As this one, just Grunny was a full on the pads, and he just whips that away. Just deep square leg for a boundary.
How easy or difficult is it, Sohail, to put the first ball away for a boundary? What kind of a mindset should a batsman be in this kind of a format?
I think for a batsman like just Karan's class, that's probably bread and butter. You just walk in and you start doing your thing. But for someone who hasn't played as much cricket, they definitely want to feel a couple of balls, get their feet moving, and start feeling comfortable before they really start having a swing. But I think Jaskaran is going to be very calculated here. He's going to look for his boundary balls, and he's not going to just go and smash every ball or try to throw his wicket away. I think he's going to be the key and mainstay of Stars batting in this game.
Yeah. Well, we saw your wonderful innings a couple of nights earlier. You scored 95, 96 in a 10-over game. That was unbelievable knock that we saw. Yeah. As Jaskaran just rocks back and pulls a short delivery away for a very, very comfortable and easy boundary. So the question I was going to ask you, Suhail, was for, let's say, a youngster like Abhiram Yeruwa goes to open his batting in an under-15 game tomorrow, T20 game. What kind, is it more mindset that enables them to score a lot of runs during power play, or is it the technique, or is it a combination of both? How do you put that?
I think the main thing there is to kind of know your strength, know what you are capable of doing, and back yourself to do it. Don't let the situation get better of you. Just play the ball. If you feel that ball is in your slot from the get-go, go from the very start. There you go. That's exactly what Jaskaran is doing. He is demolishing this bowling lineup already. 3 boundaries in 3 balls in the second over here. This is going to be... Stars are looking set for a big target here.
Yeah, that was bread and butter for Jaskaran Malhotra there. I mean, he's a very class player, and this poor bowling is not gonna get him out here. And the full tosses and all that on the legs, it's just very easy for Jaskaran to just whip that away for boundaries there. So
So, Biram, if you were the captain, what would you go and tell Zain Haseeb? He's
Well,
bowling to an international star, but in cricket anything can happen. What would you tell him?
I would tell him just pretend, just bowl your normal thing. I mean, don't think you're bowling to someone. Just bowl what you know what to bowl and bowl your field. That's it. As he does, and he gets clean bowled there.
What a relief from Zan, and what a delivery that was.
He came down the track, just run, and that one stayed a bit low, as these pitches do tend to stay low, and that's a big wicket. He just clean, just bowled, just run there, and after getting hit for a couple of boundaries, he gets the wicket of Jaskran Malhotra.
Well, not really sure what you'd have told the bowler there, Abhiram. I know you had your plans and you expressed them, but Kunal did walk up to Zain and tell a couple of things, and the very next ball, the big wicket of Jaskaran Malhotra. The Emperors are not showing any emotions right now. They're trying to say that, hey, it's an even-Steven game, but I can only imagine how excited they'll be in their minds right now. That's a huge wicket.
Yeah, and it's great comeback from Zan. For the youngsters watching, this is what you have to do. You have to back yourself and believe in your strength. He came back, bowled a really good ball after being dispatched for 3 boundaries and got the reward. That's a huge wicket. And I'm sure Siraj's big responsibility relies on Siraj, so he's going to take his time to make sure he gets his inning going.
Yeah, Siraj Khan, he's also a very class player. He scored lots of runs in the league here, and he's one of those players who runs those singles and doubles hard, and he can hit the odd boundary ball, and that's what he'll be looking to do here. He'll just be trying to get a partnership with Kirk Thompson, as Kirk, he does go for the ball, so he'll just be trying to anchor the innings here.
Oh, another Yorker there. First up for Siraj, and he keeps that out. End of second over, a very, very successful one. The score is 18 for the loss of Jaskaran's wicket. So the quick question, Suhail, is after having gotten rid of Jaskaran very, very early in the innings, is it now more like our regular league game? Have they taken the huge one out, or is it still a little one-sided? How do you see this?
I think given the Stars' strength in their batting lineup, I wouldn't say Emperors would be feeling out of the water yet. They still have to deal with Siraj. Kirk is in really good nick, and then you got Nilesh and Sameer to follow. And with given the format we are playing, you just need 1 or 2 guys to stick around for 10-15 balls, and they can take the game away from you. So I think Emperors is going to keep their focus, and they're going to make sure that they keep bowling well to these guys.
Yeah, I agree with Suhail here. I mean, these batsmen, although they got the wicket of Jaskran Malhotra, these batsmen, they're also very good. Kirk Thompson, he's in form right now. Siraj Khan, he's a very good player, and he scored lots of runs, both of them in the league. So they'll still be bowling to these very good batsmen, and both of them, Kirk Thompson, he definitely goes for the ball. I mean, he can hit the big shots, and Siraj, he's a very good anchor. He can also hit the big shots though, so it's not really going to be easy. They need one more breakthrough here. Both of these batsmen can bat, and one more breakthrough would definitely put them in the driver's seat here.
So Wes come back to bowl the second over of his spell. I think this is going to be a key over right here. If Wes can pick up a wicket or 2 in this over, that's going to definitely put Emperors at an advantage. So, but I think the key would be the length of Wes bowls. He has to go full.
Are you surprised that he's bowling out here, or are you thinking that it's the right move because it's power play still?
I think it's a good move because Wes does swing the new ball. So for a bowler like him, you'd rather have him bowling at the start of an inning than back end of it.
Yeah, I also agree with Suhail here. I mean, always he's your strike bowler. I would agree. Like for this team, he's your strike bowler. So, and this is the partnership that you need here. So, always if he picks up 1 more wicket here, that'll definitely put them in the driver's seat, as I said before. So they're bowling him out here to maybe get that chance to break this partnership.
Yeah, I think the first ball he bowled was definitely a better length than what we saw in the previous over. I think the line, he needs to get a little bit on the offside so he can bring that ball in and create a chance for himself. So I think this is going to be a really good competition here, Oais versus Siraj, and maybe give us a preview of the Tigers versus Stars PL final tomorrow.
Absolutely, guys. We have a bunch of finals lined up starting today. This is the T10. The blast that's going to end in a couple of hours from now, and then we have the big Premier League finals, Division 1 and Division 2 from Fuquay Arena grounds. Hunters taking on Spartans in Division 2. And we have the Tigers taking on Stars. What a game that one is going to be. If you're in the area, move over to Fuquay Arena for 8 to 9 hours tomorrow. We can guarantee you that there'll be a lot of cricket. And on Sunday, we have 3 finals of the T20 format, Division 1, 2, and 3.
And speaking of Tigers versus Stars, this is always Jilani versus Siraj Khan. Stars versus Tigers matchup happening here itself. So
it's a sample, isn't it?
Yeah, I think West, they're taking a clue from the Lace bowling last night. It takes the first one away, where I'm pretty sure Siraj would have been expecting that to come in. So that was a smart ball from him. I think the line was a little bit away from the batsman, so he'll definitely want to stay close to the stump so he can create a chance for him.
And he did give himself that wide short third man just in case Siraj poked at that one and it took a fine, sort of a thick edge. Oh, surprising him one more time, taking that one away. So what sort of a player is Siraj in these circumstances? Early wicket, that of Jaskaran Malhotra. Is he somebody who will take it to the opposition, use his feet, move around and try to score runs, or he'll wait patiently for those loose deliveries? What kind of an attack he would have in his mind? You know him very well, Sohail.
So Siraj, I would say, is a very confident batsman. So he's not going to think much of what has happened before him. He's going to focus on his own game, and if he gets a ball in his slot, he'll go for it. But I think he realizes his responsibility, so he's going to try to bat as long as he can, so he can make sure there's a strong total put up on the board.
yeah, he's a very cool batsman, Siraj Khan. He always keeps his nerve. He never really gets under pressure, or that's what it seems. He always just keeps his nerve. He's a very cool-headed guy, and he just always gets the job done.
Taking all the deliveries away from Siraj thus far in this over. Uwais Jalani, he runs into ball the third one. That one's pitched on middle, and a chance of a run out, not to be taken. Kirk was back in his crease.
I think Siraj definitely showing some respect to Uwais bowling here. He realizes Uwais is probably the key wicket-taking bowler in the opposition, so he doesn't want to give him any chances, and he wants to just play his over and take on the other bowlers as they come in. Just as I say that, that was fielder takes it at one bounce. He could have definitely tried for taking the catch there, but that was lucky escape for Siraj.
Anvit Ampalli probably didn't see where it was going. He mistimed the elevation on that one, not running in and trying to take that catch. Hands up in the air for Uwais Jalani. Is that a chance that goes begging? Could that have been the opportunity that could have put the Emperors on top on this game?
Yeah, I was about to say, this is a very big moment in the game. It's Siraj Khan. He's a batsman who can bat throughout the innings and really do a damage here. And then this was the opportunity. It was a clear chance. He was in the air for quite a bit of time, and he just stood his ground there, and he got on the one bounce, and it could have been an opportunity.
I think the game awareness is very important. You have to realize the key players in the other team, and if you have to risk a boundary to take a catch, you go for it when you are going against one of the key batsmen.
And what an opportunity it was for the youngster to run, dive, and try to take that catch. I'm not too sure if he'd have held on to it or not, but at least show the intent. There's so many people watching. This tournament there was a mandatory rule that every team had to play a couple of youth. And this is exactly why we wanted them to be present, to show what they're capable of, to show intent and attitude so that the others could notice.
Yeah, I don't really think he even had to dive for that. I think he just ran in a little bit. He could have taken it there. But this one's a full toss,
or was it the fear of not being able to hold on to it that stopped him from going for it? Only he knows. We got to wait and watch what Siraj Khan can do at the end of that over number 3, the end of power play. The Stars have got to a mediocre kind of a start at 25 for the loss of Jaskaran's wicket.
Yeah, the Emperors would be pretty happy with the power play performance here. I think Uwais bowled really well for his quota. He would be very happy. He would have definitely liked to have 1 or 2 wickets to his name, but he wouldn't have too many complaints about his economy rate.
Is it not working? it was not working clean.
It looks like Saket is going to be coming in to bowl now. So, he has had a really good tournament so far. He was definitely one of the finds of the tournament, I would say. He's been consistent. He's in his line and length, and he has definitely had some pace to his bowling. So this is also going to be a big moment for him, bowling to the likes of Siraj and Kirk here.
Absolutely. Saket is just 16 years of age. Have seen him play from the age of 11 or 12. He's focused on his strength, which is pace bowling. And he's grown leaps and bounds over the last couple of years. He's also getting physically much more stronger, so the pace is increasing.
Yes, Saket, he's a wonderful bowler.
And as we have the lights turned on, we can see the crowd is definitely growing here. And Swethan, what about the effort of TCL on putting this tournament together? I think it's definitely been a pleasure to be part of the tournament, but I've also enjoyed watching these games as much as playing them.
Absolutely. It is one such tournament where everything fell into place, I should say. There was a little bit of reluctance from a lot of our committee members at the start because everybody was very tired after hosting back-to-back tournaments, especially hosting a tournament of the magnitude of minor league junior championship, which involved about 50-60 teams. Everybody was very tired and done with. But then we somehow pulled a little bit of leftover energy and said, we promised to do this tournament, let's do it. And then with the owners coming on board and a couple of other supporters, couple of other volunteers from the league coming and helping us, it just shaped itself. You know, we just watch it shape itself and become the tournament that it has been. And the biggest success of this tournament was our ability to secure the Church Street Park. It wouldn't have been, in my opinion, as big a tournament as it has been if it had been conducted in some of the other grounds over the weekends and things. A weekday evening tournament, lights on, colored clothing, live telecast. It's just taken this tournament to a different level.
Here we go. Another really good ball from Saket. I think he's really at the mark here. And I think if we talk about Kirk, what we've seen in last couple of games, he's been very aggressive in his batting. But I see him staying back and look for a bad ball versus trying to create an opportunity. So definitely a different approach than what we saw in last couple of games. I don't know, maybe it's the pressure of the final or the early wicket of just Curran. But I think Kirk, having played 11 balls, would have to find, try to look for a boundary here and try to get the scoreboard moving.
And on the part of the Emperors, I'm not too sure how much of a homework they have done. Kirk has been dismissed to slow bowlers, people who toss the ball up and bowl it in line with the stumps. He's tried to time and again play across the line and gotten beaten and bowled. He's been very, very happy to face the faster bowlers. He's been successful at hitting them away as well. So if anybody from the Emperor's camp is listening, maybe that's a trick that you may want to pass on to your captain.
Yeah, definitely agree with Shwetan here. That's a very good point he brought up. He commonly gets out to these slower bowlers and these bowlers who bowl slow and nip it in and have that little movement. But these pace bowlers, which he's used to, he's from Caribbean down there, so he's used to these fast bowlers, and he very easily plays them. So the slow bowlers are the ones he tries to hit across the line, as Shwetan said, and those are the type of bowlers he gets out to. And that one's a full toss, and it's just hit to the covers, and they'll pick up a single.
So Suhail, going back to the topic of the tournament, I shared my views on how it shaped itself and into what it's become. I know you already said that you loved both watching and playing in this tournament. Do you see any areas of improvement that you would like to share so that we can make this a little better in the future editions?
Like you said, I think this was one of those tournaments where everything just fell into place, and I can't think of too many areas of opportunity or improvement here, but I could tell you this, that I've talked to quite a few our local triangle area players that didn't register for the auction. So, and the reason being, like you said, they weren't at the time they weren't aware that the Church Street has been secured. So I think for the next version, there's definitely going to be an increased interest level. So that's something TCL would have to prepare for.
That's a massive hit there by Siraj Khan. It was a length ball, and he just hammered it over long off, and that's a 6.
And have you been hearing any feedback about the timing of the tournament in terms of the calendar year? We're doing it at the fag end of the season, and also the number of overs, any rules, anything like that?
No, I think the timing, the way this tournament turned out was most of the games were conducted during the weekdays, if not all of them, and that meant that it wasn't conflicting with anybody's PL or T20 or any other commitments. So as long as we keep the tournament in the same type of time period and weekday evenings, I think it'll continue to be a success.
How do you see it weekday evening versus this time of the year versus an extended tournament in summer weekdays in the evenings, assuming that we can secure the grounds from the town?
I personally like the shorter format. I think it was all conducted within like 2 to 3 weeks period. That meant everyone stayed engaged. Everyone was, following games. Every game had an outcome that would either shift the table or some other team would be impacted by it. So I think that shorter time period definitely helped to gain the interest level in the tournament. So I would say instead of extending it, look for the 2 to 3 weeks period, and maybe I think one suggestion I would have is maybe convert the T100 tournament to the same format, or same type of evening games, and I think that will gain a lot of interest as well.
I think we have the right number of teams, 8 teams in the competition. You got to play only against 4 teams though. Would it be a better idea to have maybe 10 teams and have everybody 1 game each? That's like 9 league games, or do you think that's too much? Or just stick to 8 teams with 1 game against everybody at least once?
Yeah, I think from 8 to we could go to 10 teams, and then we could split it up. There we go. Kirk goes over. Extra cover, and that's gone for 6. That's been the hallmark shot for Kirk this entire tournament, and he finally gets one in his area and dispatches it over extra cover. So Stars are definitely starting to put some runs on the board, and
lots of feedback, lots of viewpoints there. They will all be documented somewhere, hashed out, and we hope to see better versions of this tournament in the future. I'm sure the president of the league and the other committee members are listening to this, and there will be a lot of effort to make this better.
Yeah, I think with 10 teams split into 2 groups and each team playing 4 games, I think that would give everyone a good opportunity to play the league stage games, and also, not extending the tournament too long.
So the Stars have suddenly catapulted themselves with a couple of boundaries, moved on to 40. Just a couple of overs ago, it looked like they were scoring a runner ball, and now they're up to 10 runs per over. Kirk Thompson has played himself in a little bit. The Emperors, I think, are still missing a little bit of a trick. That one goes up in the air. Is there a fielder underneath? No, another big 6 over extra cover. Kirk Thompson's writing a story here at Church Street Park in this big finale.
Kirk Thompson, he's in very, very good form at the moment. He scored some runs before in the 2 matches, and in those runs there's been some massive 6s in his innings, and here he's just hit one before a deep extra cover, and now he's sliced a full ball all the way over sweeper for maximum there. Kirk, he's continuing his good form, and he's going to play a very important role in the Stars' ending total.
Yeah, Kirk has definitely been one of the standout performers of this tournament, and I think his 6s over extra cover have been a regular sighting during this tournament. So what Kunal wants to do is he doesn't want to bowl full to him on the offside. He wants to pull the length back a little bit, maybe vary his pace, because that's one of the areas he has struggled with a little bit. But let's see what Kunal has up his sleeve after getting hit for 2 6s in this over.
I think he's done the right move by moving that square leg fielder to deep backward square leg. Again, it's another 13-year-old kid that he's put there. If he's going to bowl short, he would rather have a person who's not nervous, who's going to most likely hold on to it. Playing across the line, a huge appeal. Kunal goes down on his knees like he was proposing to somebody, and the umpire not listening to him.
Well, that was clearly going down leg there. But Kirk, he had a massive swing as he's in very good nick at the moment. So everything he sees that's in his slot, he's gonna go for it without any doubt. That's his role. That's what Stars have sent him out to do, and that's what his game is. As Kunal runs in again, that one again in the slot. This one was going even more down leg in.
Yeah, angling in a little bit. Kirk Thompson missing out on that. So that was the end of that fifth over. Stars have moved themselves to a comfortable position of 46 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. We have a change in the commentary box. A couple of young fellows taking over. Tanish Dongre, Badresh Amarnath taking over from the old horses.
And it's the halfway mark of the first innings, and Stars are well on top here. Kirk going at a healthy strike rate, and he's on 24 off 19. He's striking the ball beautifully with a couple of big sixes through the offside.
Yeah, Stars looking like they're going to get above 90 runs here, as we've seen in this T10. 80 plus is a good score. If they can get 90, it should be a good bowling total.
Yeah, I agree with Badresh here. 90 looks like to be the target here. Stars, they have a very good lineup, so could be 90, sorry. So they'll be looking to get as much as they can, though.
Well, things can change very fast. This T10, it's a very dynamic type of format. We've seen teams get off to flying starts and then lose wickets immediately after. So there's a lot in store for this game, and I think we're all hoping it goes down to the wire.
Yeah, of course, super over would be great. Not seen one in T10 so far.
Yeah, we all wanted to go down to the wire, but looks like the ball's going to be Zain here. We got hit in the first over a little bit, 12 runs, but he's got the big wicket of Jaskran, so he's been brought back here as he runs in. And he just flicked down to long on. And it's just going to be a single.
Yeah, just 2 balls here in T10 can make a big change. As last over, Kirk 2 sixes changed the momentum of the game. Looking forward to 90 runs. Stars in the upper hand right now. Kirk Thompson in great nick, as seen. And if you can bat through the overs, Stars have a good chance of getting 100 plus.
Yeah, 100 plus would definitely close out this game, but Emperors will not give up. They will put up the fight. They had a very comfortable chase in the qualifier, which took them directly to the finals. So Stars have had to work their way up to the finals again after losing the first qualifier. It's going to be a very good competition.
Oh, as that one is edged, but just past the keeper, and that's going to run away there. Yup, it does run away to the boundary, so it's going to be another boundary to Kirk Thompson and Stars, and the momentum just shifting towards the Stars right now.
Yeah, Stars will take it however it comes. They just need to put the runs on the board. Don't give Emperors a chance to chase this target down.
Yeah, obviously looking for revenge after the first qualifier. Disappointing loss, but if they can get above 100 again, they should be in the upper hand.
Keeper was too close.
As Zain runs in for his third ball here to Kirk Thompson.
As that one is whacked, and that's massive. And that's going to be another 6 to Kirk Thompson. I was just saying the momentum shifted towards Stars, and now with this 6, that's putting them in the driver's seat at the moment. And Kirk Thompson, as we were saying, if he bats throughout the innings, he's going to get Stars to over 100 without a doubt with his intent he's showing.
You cannot bull slot to Kirk Thompson here. He will launch you out of Church Street Park here. an edge boundary. He got kind of lucky there.
He's a very, very
And
good
he's
player.
launched this one over cow corner for a big 6.
He's a very, very good player. He's got so many runs. And he's sponsored by Adidas as well, so this shows you the player he is. And I feel like the Ultimate Emperors, they just need to regroup. They need to come up with a better bowling. Maybe they hit that length a little bit more. Hit that back of a length or length line, because you can't be bowling that full. As he does bowl a little bit wide, and he slashes that over point. I think it's a 6. Kirk signaling it's 6. And the umpire does give 6, so that's a shot and a half there, giving some width. And he just slashed at it, and he's got a 6 over deep point. Kirk Thompson is on 40s right now.
Yeah, we've seen it throughout his innings here. He's just been obliterating the wide balls almost. You pitch it up and wide to Kirk Thompson, and he will hit you for 6. And, you know, every time he hits you for 6, the crowd goes wild here at Church Street Park.
Yeah, he's a crowd favorite. I mean, everyone love him, don't they? Kirk Thompson, very, very famous player.
Yeah, I just got 16 runs off the last 3 balls here. Kirk looking to go big this over. 10 runs, screeching into his first 50 of the tournament.
It was an appeal there, half-hearted appeal by the bowler and keeper, but I was clearly going over, so it'll just be a dot ball as it goes to short third mid.
And Stars have now crossed the 60 mark here in just 5.5 overs. So the Emperors, they can't let this get away from them. They still should be looking to keep restricting, and the only way they can do that is through wickets. There are far too many overs to try to bowl dot balls. You need the wickets here. You need Kirk Thompson. As Zane runs in for the last ball of his over.
That one's a massive hit. Long off is there, and he puts it down. Sorry, that was cow corner running in. He ran in. It wasn't really that much to run in, but he puts down a pretty straightforward catch, and they're gonna pick up 2, and he dropped Kirk Thompson there. That's a big moment in the game.
Again, Ultimate Emperors having trouble judging the ball here. Very big over here for the Stars, and Kirk, another life.
And Zane, not a great spell from him. He's given 31 in his 2 overs, but he still did get the wicket of Jaskar Malhotra, so that's something he can say.
Yeah, Zane, he started beautifully with the wicket of Jaskar Malhotra, but he just let it go a little away from him here, just bowling not the right areas to Kirk Thompson. If you've been observing his innings throughout the tournament here, he's just been pouncing on anything that's wide and in the slot. So the plan should be to Kirk Thompson is to hit that length and kind of cramp him for room there. Get him to play across the line.
As the bowler is going to be Rohan. He bowls some quick off spinnies. He's a good bowler here, but he's going to be bowling to Siraj Khan and Kirk Thompson, so he's going to have to bowl smartly here. And Kirk Thompson, he's in very, very good nick, so you're going to have to bowl.
We have games.
Fishy Pato. Yes, here very intense planning from the Ultimate Emperors, trying to break the partnership here.
So Rohan is the bowler. He's bowling to Siraj Khan as he runs in for the first delivery, and he launches it, but didn't get all of it. So it's just gonna go a couple of bounces to long off, and it'll just be a single. That brings Kirk back on strike. I know for sure he's gonna take on Rohan. It's an off spinner. He's looping it a little bit, and Kirk, he's gonna pounce on whatever he gets.
Yeah, it's a very good change in my opinion from the Emperors, just bringing on the slower pace, bringing on the off spinner to a lefty. You know, it's brilliant work from the Emperors. This is Rohan Gosala. He's the key to slowing down the Stars' rampage here.
Yeah, Rohan Gosala, he's a pretty good off spinner, but if this works, they can also bring in another slow off spinner, part-time bowler, Abhishek Sharma. he's probably the key to maybe getting Kirk out, maybe making him mistime it. Kirk, I mean, he's gonna go for anything he sees. So if this works, maybe they can bring him in.
Kirk on a run, going against all and everything against pace. Let's see what he has for spin here.
Yeah, Kirk, he's been generally known to struggle against the slow bowling a little bit, but you know, in the form and striking rate that he's in right now, I don't think he's gonna stop going.
Yep. As Rohan runs in here, Kirk, and he pitches it short a little bit. He knows that Kirk's gonna go for it. He doesn't want to bowl full, so that's smart bowling as well. But Kirk, he's kind of upset. He could have cut that well. That one short. Doesn't really get a hold of it. He's pushing for 2. And they don't get it. They're not taking on Abhishek Sharma there.
Stars taking a safe approach, doesn't want to lose a wicket, running a crazy run here, building a great partnership, looking to get above 100 at this point.
Yeah, it's a brilliant platform that's been set by Kirk Thompson. Here, he's gotten 43 out of the 67 runs that the Stars have built here. So it's a very good platform, and you know, Stars, they bat very deep. They bat till 11 almost, so you know, they'll be looking to go at it at the end.
Yeah, maybe they'll be looking to go at it right now as well as Rohan runs in. That one, umpire just calls it wide. I think it was just outside the line there, so it's gonna be a wide.
You can see what Rohan Gosal is trying to do there. He's bowling very smart. He's bowling right to the batsman's weakness. Both these batsmen hit it right out of the slot, so he's bowling a little shorter and to Siraj Khan a little wider.
Yeah, very smart bowling here.
That one is cut. I don't think it has enough to go to the boundary, and it's a good stop there in the deep by Ritik Apadi, I believe. So it's just going to be cut down to a 2.
Yeah, very great over so far. Ultimate Empress cutting in on the run rate. Sure, stopping it.
And Siraj Khan playing a very, very supportive role to Kirk Thompson's rampage. Now, will he be looking to get the single, or will he looking to be getting the boundary here?
This one is just hit the deep and wicket for 1. Oh, that's some good running if he makes it. And the throw was very, very poor from Fawad Mufti down a deep and wicket. He had the ball in his hands, and then they still decided to run it. They saw that Fawad, he wasn't really aggressively attacking the ball, so that's very, very smart running from Siraj and Kirk. Both of them are runners at the ball, so that's very smart running there. And they do pick a steal, an extra run. And you got to be very lightning in the field here. It's a T10, so as we were saying before, any small mistake is going to get amplified.
Yeah, very smart running here. Not many boundary opportunities in this over, taking advantage of the quick singles and very good running between the wickets.
So Rohan Gosal trying a new strategy here, just bowling around the wicket to Siraj Khan. Pitches it short. Oh, he's leading edge that.
And what happened? I think he's put it down there, Ritik Apadi. And that's a sitter that's been dropped by Ritik Apadi. Siraj Khan, he just sliced it, and he sliced it straight up, but it was really a sitter there by Ritik Apadi. I mean, he just put it down somehow, so...
Yeah, the catch has been poor throughout the tournament, and it's continuing in the finals. 2 of the best teams here, but still the fielding has not been up to the mark.
Yeah, Ultimate Emperor is just giving the momentum to the Stars here. At least 3 chances in this partnership.
Yeah, this partnership is the main one, so you got to take these chances. Kirk is on 43 as Rohan runs in for the last delivery. That one's short, and Kirk just under edges and it just past Rohan, so... And just be a single. They were looking for the 2, but he turns it down to Siraj Khan.
Yeah, with 3 overs left, if the Stars can get at least 30 more runs, they would be in the driver's seat, many would say.
Yeah, definitely. 100+ scores, always winning here. We've seen it throughout the tournament. If a team gets over 100, they've won.
Sorry. Just going back to the Ritvik's drop catch, looks like it was a free hit, so it didn't really matter at all, but...
Look like the umpire's having a bit of a chat here with the fielding team. Maybe a little over issue has been seen.
Kirk, he's been in the 40s for a while now, just not able to get going in that previous over. I think he's gonna try to hit it. I think he's gonna try to get it with one big hit off this Ritvik uppity over here. And once he passes 50, I think that's when he'll go the craziest.
Yeah, Ritvik uppity, he's a U13 bowler here. He's played almost all the matches, if not all the matches. So, but there's still gonna be some pressure on him. He's bowling to Kirk Thompson, and he's bowling to Siraj Khan, who are in good nick at the moment. And he's just a U13 person, so U13 guy is a very good bowler though, but there'll be some sort of pressure on Ritvik uppity. But he can also create some magic. Can he create some magic? Can he get Kirk Thompson out? Can he get Siraj Khan out?
Yeah, in a T10 game, only one ball can change the match. Just one ball here. The Emperors can take the changes, change the momentum, and maybe restrict the Stars under 100 runs here.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We've been talking about trying to restrict them, but 75 in just 7 overs, the Stars have batted beautifully. And even if the innings were to end right here, right now, it would still be a tough chase for the Emperors.
Ritvik runs in for the first ball, and that one is slashed, and there's no one even there. There was a deep point, long off, and he just picked the gap right between them, and that's going to be a 4. Uppity going full on that occasion, and Kirk taking a full advantage of that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Kirk will be looking to get to his 50 as soon as possible. He hasn't hit one in this tournament, but he's been batting beautifully. So once he gets past 50, I think he'll start to play a lot more free.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's not playing free even now. I mean, he's been in really good nick at the moment right now. Kirk Thompson, I mean, he scored 43 last game. I think he's got close to 50 the game before, and he's in very good form right now. As Uppity runs in, that one is whacked in. They're pushing for 2. They should get 2. It's in the gap. And the throw is to keepers in, and Kirk completes his 50. He's been in such good form at the moment. He raises that bat slightly. He knows it's a very, very important knock. All the crowd members are clapping. That's a brilliant knock by Kirk Thompson, and he'll be looking to move on from now.
Yeah, that is a truly brilliant knock from Kirk. He's came right at the top, and he's batted all through the 7.2 overs so far. He's hit the big strokes, he's run the singles, he's run the doubles. Very, very, very good batting from Kirk Thompson. He deserved the 50. He's been batting well throughout the tournament, and he finally gets it right where it matters in the finals of this T10 league here.
And this one, he powers it. There's long off, and he just doesn't go for the catch. I mean, it would have been very tough, but he goes past him, and that's another boundary Kirk Thompson he's going on right now.
Obviously, very tough chance there, but you got to make up your mind. If you want to go for it fully, or just stop it.
Yeah, it's a very good point by Badrej there. He didn't really go for the catch or stop the boundary. He just went half-hearted at it and just let it go through his legs, I believe.
Yeah, at least if you're not taking the catch, you want to field it, but Emperor's not so great in the field today.
Yeah, but Kirk Thompson is showing Adidas that why he's sponsored by them. He's definitely improving their company. Kirk Thompson is up, but he runs in and he whacks it. There's long on, but he will get to there. That's good fielding there, Unbeat. He's looking for 2. He's not happy. He feels he could have got the 2.
Yeah, obviously Kirk, first one to come to the ground, inspecting the pitch, stretching, getting ready for the big match. Also, questioning how much the man of the match will be, providing this entertainment for the crowd. Maybe the crowd will chip in few dollars, increasing the amount to 25 to 50 from 25.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Badresh there. You know, he was well prepared for today's game, and he showed up in the big game where it all counts, the finals. Shrithwik Uppity runs in, 5th ball. Swung away onto the leg side. They'll comfortably stick with the 1 there. As I was saying, you know, Kirk is past his 50, and, you know, there's already a clear difference. He's playing a lot more free. He's basically going for everything now.
I kind of disagree there. I think he was just going free. He was just going for even before, but that's his natural game, and he's just gonna play it. And Kirk, he goes. It's really high. Kunal Segal settling underneath it and takes a very good catch. That's a stunner there. I mean, went very high. And Kunal Segal goes reverse cup and just hang on there.
Brilliant chance here. 4th opportunity in this partnership. Finally getting on hold it. Kirk Thompson, what an innings. Man of the big game, what they say.
And that's a beautiful innings from Kirk Thompson there. You know, he's done his job. He's hit the 50s, played the big shots. He's batted through the 8 overs here, and he's set 87 runs for Stars' Sloggers to come in and build.
Yeah, obviously great platform here set by the openers.
Sorry, we have...
Let's just take a moment to appreciate that catch from Kunal Segal. The fielding has not been up to the mark so far in this first innings here, but Kunal Segal, he's taken the responsibility and he's taken the catch. It's a brilliant effort from him.
Very much agreed with Tanish here. If last 2 overs, momentum change, captain bowling Kunal, if you can just restrict them to under 6 runs here, the momentum will change drastically. Maybe chasing less than 100 runs here will make a big difference in the game.
Yeah, that's a great decision to bring yourself on right when the momentum shifts. That's the captain taking responsibility there. Kunal Segal, he's confident in himself to do the job for the Emperors here. And can he show up just like Kirk Thompson? Can he show up in the finals here?
Obviously great start by Kunal here. If you can just restrict them to under 6 runs and over here, Ultimate Emperors will be going with some momentum in their batting innings.
Hey, can you turn off your lights quickly?
Yeah, it's already a very high score, but the Emperors should be looking to restrict, you know, somewhere between 95, you know. If they get past 100, it's not only more runs, it's also a psychological thing, you know, chasing 100 in a T10 game. That seems like a very daunting task.
Yeah, much agreed with Tanish here.
I also agree with Tanish there. I mean, it's a big psychological play comes in here, you know. If it's 99, you know, it looks double digit, but if it's crossing 100, then psychological thing comes into play. Tanish makes a very good point there.
Man.
And that is a shot and a half by Kunal. He just creamed it through extra covers.
Siraj Khan.
Sorry, Siraj Khan on Kunal.
Yeah, it's time for Siraj Khan to take the wheel here and drive Stars to a 100+ score.
Yeah, being here for a while on the non-striker end, looking at Kirk stroke the ball. Let's see if he learned anything in those. See how he played and can execute some few shots here.
as Kunal runs in here. That one's pitched up. Kunal goes big. I don't know if he's got everything. Fielder setting underneath it and takes the good catch. Socket went very, very high. Crowd applause for him. He's very nervous under. I think he's hit his chest, but in the end, he has to go. Siraj Khan's a good catch there at long on. And with this catch, we have a commentary change into the box. We have Mithali Patwardhan, a U19 USA player, joining the commentary box.
Yeah, so that's the momentum change. Kunal catch last over. Now his bowling, extraordinary catch. Balls being in the air long, in the lights, very hard to judge.
Yeah, Socket will definitely breathe a sigh of relief there. The fielding hasn't been up to the mark, but he takes that catch beautifully off the set batsman. And, you know, that's a big sigh of relief for Socket.
As Kunal runs in here, and Nilesh Samir Lodi, sorry, is the new batsman here, but Nilesh Patil comes down and he's just misses it, but he's kind of upset with the umpire. It could have been wide, but umpire doesn't call it. But
yeah, and that's well bowled by Kunal. He's keeping it right outside off, making sure the batsmen aren't able to get to it easily.
yeah, and this one is called a wide though. So
Yeah, this one just strays a little too wide there. Obvious plan from Kunal Sehgal. Just hit the weaknesses of the batsman, just hit those wide balls.
Yeah, Siraj Khan gone in this over. Both the batsmen that's been here for the majority of the innings gone, and now it's the new batsman.
and this one
that's
dot,
really
but
well bowled. Goes right past the keeper.
it's gonna run away for 4 there. So poor keeping. It should have been stopped. This is a pretty good over right now, as we have 3 keepers in this commentary box. So we're also wondering it should have been stopped. It was a pretty simple one, but it goes through, and now the Stars are on 97 for 3.
And this brings us to the start of the last over of the first innings.
Yeah, well, very well restricted by the Ultimate Emperors here. Stars were looking at 120, restricting to 97 in 9 overs. If they can get a 6-run over here, it would be a very good ending and on for a great chase.
And you can see this worm here. It's been consistent. It's been going up. And the Stars, they've been pretty consistent. And that's good from Stars. It's what we need. They just need to give it one more push, one more over. And it looks like the final over is going to be given to Socket.
Socket, one of the most capable bowlers. He recently got a 4-wicket haul against one of the teams here.
Yeah, Socket Varanasi, he's a very, very good death bowler. You know, he's had some great spells, not only in this T10 league, but throughout the T20 league this year. Very, very talented youth player. He has the pace, he has the Yorkers, and he has that hard length.
First one is a no ball. Oh, and they dropped the run out.
The Ultimate Emperors just had the momentum creeping into this over. Now it looks like they're getting stuck under the pressure.
A big mistake from Socket Varanasi. How much is this free hit gonna cost him? You know, and it's even sadder to miss the run out. Socket Varanasi is taking a few deep breaths there.
Fielding obviously looks to be hard in the light. Let's see how the Stars can cope with it.
Yeah, this TCL, they're not really accustomed to playing in this dark. Usually they're used to playing in the mornings and white sky, but not used to as Socket runs in. This one, I think it's going to be called a wide. It is called a wide.
That's a rough call there. And the free hit continues there. This could be damaging to Saket Varanasi. Stars, the runs are just creeping up a little.
Yeah, Nilesh, I mean, he really wants strike here. I mean, probably does. I mean, it's like the last over of T10, so he'll be looking to get himself on strike.
I feel this is proper death over bowling, even though this ball was called a wide. I feel Saket is trying to bowl in the right areas.
This one is launched up. There's a man getting underneath it, just falls short, and they'll pick up 2. Yeah, it went pretty high in the air, but all they could get was 2.
Yeah, I think 2s are enough there. They've already built up 99 runs here. So as much as they can get will be great for the Stars. It's going to be tough for the Emperors, but I don't think they'll back down very easily. It's the finals of this T10 league, and who knows who will show up.
Saket runs in. This one is hit towards long on, it's straight to him. And it's just going to be a single. Nilesh Patil will keep strike. That's proper bowling there. It was a Yorker. Nilesh Patil, he couldn't do anything about it. And it just goes through the keeper. It's a good death bowling by Saket.
I don't know about you guys, but I've observed that even though the Emperor's ground fielding wasn't that amazing today, I feel like the bowlers have stuck to their lines.
Yeah, not a great first innings from the Emperors, but the Stars, they've really capitalized it. Beautiful 50 from Kirk Thompson. As we're heading into the last couple balls here from Saket Varanasi. Just hitting those Yorker lengths beautifully. 17 in 1.4 overs. Most of that is in the first overs. It's beautiful last over bowling here.
Yeah, other than that, no ball has been pretty good here from Saket. He's been hitting those lens as he runs in. That one a little bit shorter, but it's going to beat deep in wickets. They'll be pushing for 2. They have to. And throws at bowler's end should be run out. Throw was a little bit weak, and they'll get 2 runs.
Yeah, you have to push for those 2s now. It's 1 ball to go. The Stars, I'm pretty sure they'll just run for anything. Goes to the keeper. Non-striker will be off.
Yeah, anything ideal here for the Stars. Great start. And now 107. 1 ball to go. Let's see what will happen.
That one's a good Yorker. And it's just going to go to
single.
short covers. And that's going to be the innings here. They end on 108. And we have the batting team here. Tanish will go through that.
Yeah, obviously the man of the moment here, Kirk Thompson, 55 off 32 deliveries, playing at a beautiful strike rate. Jashkar Malhotra, he got off to a beautiful start, 12 off just 5 balls, but Zain undid him there. Siraj Khan playing a very good supportive role, 20 off just 14 balls. And Nilesh Patil and Samir Lodi accelerated in the end.
Here we have the bowling team. And we have Always Jilani who opened. He was pretty short in the first over, but he came back. Zain, he went for 2 overs 31, but still got the wicket of Juskan, but he was pretty expensive. Saket bowled pretty well in the death. Kunal Sehgal also bowled pretty well, getting a wicket. Rohan, he was also pretty good, 1 over 10 runs, and Ritvik Apri 1 over 12 runs with 1 wicket. And we'll meet you guys in 5 minutes after the break.
As we start the second innings of the game, Stars have posted a score of 100 runs almost. And that's a big score for the Emperors to chase. And that's first ball that's been hit away for 4 runs.
Yeah, it's going to be Jaskar and Malhotra to open the bowling. We've seen it throughout the Cardinals season, and we're seeing it today here. And first ball just strays a little wide. A big swing from Fawad Mufti. It'll run away for 4.
Yeah, 2 absolutely great batsmen at the crease here now. Fawad Mufti and Kunal Sehgal. They both, this is the partnership. Jaskar Malhotra has been brought in. I mean, he usually opens the bowling for Stars, and he needs to pick up one of these 2. It's going to be a very big wicket, and they need to break this partnership here. And it's going to be very crucial. This one was pitched up on the off, and he's just slashed over point for 4. That's a good way to start the innings now.
On the other hand, Stars will take as many runs as they can get.
You know, you're chasing 1 away. This is the perfect start. You want to have a 4 off the first ball to give you that momentum. And this one's slashed away. Will they
There's
come
a man
back
in
for
the
2?
deep.
It's Kirk Thompson in the deep there. He had a game and a half today. Played a brilliant knock of 55 off just 32 deliveries.
Yeah, he's not a lazy fielder as well. I mean, he puts in that effort, he runs in, he throws it, he's got a gun arm, and
With Kunal on strike, let's see what Jaskaran can do.
yeah, they both opened the innings so many times for Morrisville Cardinals, but now they're facing off as Jaskan runs in, and Kunal just drives it to mid-off, and I guess she's going to be an easy single there.
He's off the mark straight away. Good looking start for him.
Yeah, this is the way you want to pace the innings. You know, just try to get 1 boundary per over and just keep taking those singles. You know, going at a strong run rate here already. Just 3 balls in and they're already going at 10.84.
And they do pick
Another
up a,
similar looking shot there by Fawad Mufti.
Yeah.
Jaskaran as he runs in here. This one was wide, and he's under-edged it down. It'll just be a single, I guess. Yeah, it will be a single. Jaskaran runs in for the last one, and it's cut.
Yeah, Fawad Mufti seems to be strong off the back foot.
And it's a pretty good over there. 8 runs off the over. And this is exactly what they need. They need 11 and over. So it's not going to be an easy task here. They definitely need to step it up, but they need to play smart cricket. They shouldn't just go for it. They have to pick their balls. They have to get the singles and doubles. They can't play dot balls. That's the crucial thing here.
Yeah, definitely agree there. You know, if you look at it at 11.11 required run rate, it looks extremely daunting, even for 2 brilliant batsmen such as Kunal and Fawad. But, you know, exactly like Abhi said, that's how you pace the innings. Just get those 2s and 1s and the odd boundary for the first couple overs, and then you can accelerate from there.
And the bowler coming in is Nilesh Patil. He's a very experienced bowler himself, the skipper of Stars, and he swings it in a lot. And all these guys who've been playing him have had trouble. They weren't able to play him properly. He was swinging in a lot, and he's going to play a big role for the Stars here. And
Yeah.
so is the man he's bowling to, Kunal Sehgal.
Yeah, the in-swing really troubles the batsman here. That's the key to Nilesh Patil's bowling, just hitting that Yorker length and swinging the ball back in. He might not get the LBWs, but he will get those dots in and eventually a false shot.
Yeah, a couple games ago he was taking it away, which always Jilani also did this match, but I think he's gonna mix it up here. Nilesh, he's gonna take it in a bit, take it out a bit, and just completely confuse the batsman, or even set him up. He runs in for his first delivery. And that one is hit straight up. It should be caught at long on. Should be taken and is taken. So that's the first wicket. And that's a big wicket of Fawad Mufti. Nilesh Patil does the trick here.
Yeah, Fawad Mufti, that is a big wicket. You know, he played that flashy cover drive to finish the innings in the first qualifier there, but he's gone. Nilesh Patil, that's what he induces. He induces that fall shot because of the in-swing. And that's brilliant bowling to pick up the first wicket for Stars.
The length was right, the line was right. As we observed before, Fawad Mufti is pretty strong off the back foot, so you need to bowl him full where he's weaker.
Yeah, that's something he does there. He always leans back and hits even full balls. He just leans back and hits that ball. So this one was full as well, and he just kind of leaned back and hit it.
And now it's up to Kunal Sehgal and the new batsman here to complete the job for the Ultimate Emperors. Just 9 for the first wicket. That's not the start you wanted to have if you're from the perspective of Ultimate Emperors. But this is where you have to rebuild. A couple overs, just go at 8 to 9 per over, and then you can start to become more and more aggressive throughout the innings.
Yeah, I agree here with Danishi. What you need right now is a partnership. I mean, you don't want to just blindly swing and get out here early. So you just want to slowly start that partnership and then get along with it.
As you said earlier, Abhi, you also don't want to suck up too many dot balls at this point because the required run rate is pretty high.
Yeah, you just need to get those singles and doubles and then hit the odd boundary as Kunal just picks up a single here at mid-off.
And it's Swapnil Gupta going to be the new batsman here. He's been dominating the Division 3 league here. He's a big finals game coming up on Sunday against the Kryptonians. And yeah, he's a very, very good batsman. Him and Kunal need to do the job here for the Ultimate Emperors.
This one just goes away. And he just defends on the back foot. He didn't really know which way it's going. That's something Nilesh Patil can do. He does. You don't know which way it's going. He swings it in a lot. He takes it out a lot. So he just has to be careful what he's doing. But he also can't suck up too many dot balls.
Nilesh Patil running his for 4th ball. Oh, this one swings out. A very good change by Nilesh Patil. Just getting that angle out, not swinging it at all. Beautiful change. The batsman obviously expecting a ball to come in, and he's moved it out.
Yeah, throughout this whole tournament, Nilesh has been bringing it in, and he's bringing it in a lot, but now the last match and this match, he's been taking it out, so I think this one he's going to take it out as well. He's starting to take it out as it's producing some dot balls, which is all they need. They don't need a wicket, they just need some dot balls. This one is, he
that's
flicks
well
it.
flicked away.
And
that'll be a boundary.
It was a chase on from Jaskar Malhotra down at deep in wicket, but can't. The ball beats him, and it runs away for 4.
Yeah, solid stroke from Swapnil Gupta, just picking it up off his legs. Just Nilesh Patil just straying down the leg side a little too much there, and Swapnil Gupta takes care of it.
It's a pretty good over so far without the boundary, but still, it's a still good over. 5 balls, he's given 5 runs, taking a wicket, but he needs to finish it off strong here.
Swapnil Gupta, the dominant batsman in Division 3, is batting pretty sensibly here. 2 dots and a boundary already. Pretty good progress so far. That's another one.
And that's going to be another 4, so last 2 balls, he gets 2 4s. Nilesh Patil just drifting down leg, and he's flicked it away. And I want to take a moment here to recognize our sponsor, Juby Chaknukal. If you're looking to buy a new house, if you're refinance your current mortgage, and you can reach out to Juby here. The phone number 248-513-5342. I repeat, 248-513-5342. So thanks to Juby for sponsoring this T10 league. And here we have the trophies here for the T10 league. And we're looking pretty good here.
Yeah, those are some pristine awards. You know, people have played extremely well throughout this playoff season and throughout the tournament. So these are well-deserved awards. And it's a great decoration for your house, too.
Yeah, it's definitely going to look good somewhere in there in the living room. But Jaskar Malhotra is continuing his second over as he runs in. And He slices it and it's just over point.
That'll run away for 4.
And it's going to be another boundary here, so it's what they need here. They just need to get those boundary balls.
Yeah, Jaskran Malhotra, with the pace that he's bowling at, I think he needs to keep it a little close to the batsman there. Just throwing a little too wide and a little too short, allowing the batsman to cut it over point for 4.
Kunal is a very technically sound batsman, so you don't want to bowl him too short.
This was a very
He
good
drives that
shot.
beautifully.
And he stopped it with his foot there, the fielder, and Kirk Thompson, who was running in, and then he had to switch directions, but they'll get the 2. And the field right now is, they have a long on and they have a deep extra cover right now for Jaskran.
And the Ultimate Emperors, they're 24 in just 2.2 overs. So even with the loss of Fawad Mufti, one of their main batsmen, they're still going strong. And leading the charge is Kunal Sehgal here.
This one is just...
Yeah, you're right. They're not letting the loss of Fawad Mufti affect the rest of their lineup, which is a good sign as they're going at 24.
This one was short and wide, and Kirk Thompson at deep extra cover has no chance there. Even if he was at the conventional sweeper, I don't think he had a chance. That was smacked hard by Kunal Sehgal, and it's going to be another boundary.
Yeah, beautiful stroke from Kunal Sehgal, just picking up the short ball immediately and launching it through the covers for another boundary. Ultimate Emperors just 28 for 1 now.
Will that boundary bring out the aggression in Jaskran Malhotra?
He's a very aggressive player. I mean, he doesn't really like to lose these battles. He loves to win these battles, so he'll definitely try to get the wicket. As he's choosing to go over, and he's taking off his hat, so I think he might be bowling some pace or some medium pace, bowling some outswingers. As looks like he is doing that. And this one is inside edge, and it is gonna run away. It beats short fine, but it's not gonna run away for 4. They'll get 2, I think. They will get 2.
And the scoreboard moves to 30 there. Just a lucky inside edge from Kunal Sehgal, but that's what happens when you're batting well. The luck tends to favor on your side. And they'll pick up 2. The Ultimate Emperor's now 30. And the 30 has come in the blink of an eye here. You can think of it as 70 runs needed, or you can think of it as
just
1/3 of the way there.
That'll be a boundary. 1 more for Kunal Sehgal.
It was nearly a very good effort there by the point fielder. It was almost a catch, but just went over his hands there, and that's a pretty expensive spell there by Jaskran Malhotra. Went for 2 overs, 14. I'm not sure if he should have continued his second over, but they've chosen to continue him, and he's given 3 boundaries and 2 twos.
Let's see if Nilesh Patil can slow down their tempo now.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Nilesh Patil to bowl. I think he'll save himself for the end there. The way Ultimate Emperors are going right now, you think the game is going to go down to the wire, so captain should save himself for the end.
Yeah, you're right. New bowler being introduced to the attack.
So like it's going to be Hashim Malik coming into the attack. The very good bowler. Picked up many wickets here in the TCL.
You can look at it 2 ways there. Save your best bowler for the death, or you can look to use your best bowler at the top. Just close out the game. Ultimate Emperors, they bat around Kunal Sehgal, so if you can get Kunal Sehgal out, you'll be well on top here, especially after the loss of Fawad Mufti. So could have gone either way. Nilesh Patil decides to save himself.
Yeah, I agree with Tanish Dongre here, sorry. But Nilesh Patil, he did continue his second over in most of the matches here, and he has picked up wickets, so it's an interesting change. Usually since he swings the ball so much, he's continued his second over because he's swinging it, because they have many other death bowlers like Kiran Sarvanakumar and Kirk Thompson, but usually he saved his thing, but his over looks like now he's just saving it for the death. Hashim Malik, he does take the ball out a good amount as he runs in here. And this one, an inside edge to him. Just be a single.
Yeah, Kunal Sehgal raring to go. I think they need to follow the blueprint that Kirk Thompson and Siraj Khan have printed here. Swapnil Gupta. He's getting the odd boundary, but I still think he should play a supporting role to Kunal Sehgal, who's going at his best here.
Now, what do you guys think Hasham Malik is supposed to bowl to Kunal Sehgal, who's driving well, but also playing off the back foot pretty well?
I think he'll just continue the length he's bowling. That one is driven straight to long off though. Kirk Thompson there. But yeah, he'll just look to continue his length, maybe pitch up a little bit because that's what he bowls and he's getting some good swings, so maybe get a nick through the keeper.
Yeah, Kunal Sehgal.
Sorry for the fire trick, but you can continue your point, Dinesh.
You know, just addressing what Mithali asked here, I think Hasham Malik, you know,
Shows to take on Jaskran there in the deep, but they will get there too.
yeah, so what I was saying is that, you know, Kunal Sehgal has been driving well, but most of his boundaries just come from short and wide bowling, so I think Hasham Malik will just look to bowl full, let him drive, and just let him take one. You know, keep him off strike. That should be the key for Ultimate Emperors.
Hasham Malik runs in again, and he has a wild swing at that one. It just goes through the keeper there. Kunal Sehgal looks like he wants some strike. Hasham Malik runs in for the 5th delivery. And this one is just flicked down. And they are going to get 2 there. It's good running and it's good batting. They're not really hitting it hard. They're just hitting it lightly into the gaps and they're just running easy 2s. You don't even have to push for those 2s. That's smart cricket there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, in just 3.5 overs, Ultimate Emperors are 40 already. This is what 2s can do. This is what 2s and the odd boundary does. It gets you to those scores very fast. Ultimate Emperors will be looking to build on this. Key is not to collapse here.
That one was full and taken at point there. That's the breakthrough they wanted. Hasham Malik does the job. Swapnil Gupta has to go. And the Stars, they're coming right back into this. Ultimate Emperors are 40 for 2 in 4 overs.
And a good catch by the point fielder there. You know, the Emperors fielding has been a little off the mark there, but Stars, they've taken 2 and 2, so they're not looking to stop here.
Yeah, the start.
And this is how the games turn. You know, T10, it's a fast-paced game, it's a dynamic game. You know, it can change very quickly with the 1 or 2 good balls. 1 or 2 wickets can change the whole course of the game here.
Yeah, it looks like always Jilani is a very, very good bowler, one of the best with the red ball, but now he has to do the job for Ultimate Emperors with the bat here. He can bat, he's played some shots, he scored some runs as well. He doesn't usually bat up the order, but looks like Ultimate Emperors are sending him up. They did with the semi-final game as well. It worked out, and now he has a big task to play here if they have any chance in getting this. They need 69 in 6 overs, but they need to go at 11.5, which is not going to be easy. As it looks like they're asking, looks like Kirk Thompson's going to come into the attack. He is going to come into the attack, so Kirk Thompson, a very underrated bowler. He's proved his mettle here, proved what he has in a couple of other games, bowling in the dad, bowling when the team needs him, and he's getting the job done, and he's going to run in here. He's going to bowl to always Jilani and Kunal Sehgal.
Yeah, anything in the slot for Wais Jilani, that's going to be clobbered down the ground for 6 most likely. He's pretty strong in that area. Can Kirk Thompson do the job as the all-rounder for this team?
And Kirk Thompson, the crowd favorite, is bowling here. What a moment here. He's bowling the 5th over, usually comes in at the death, but he's a very talented bowler, and he does what the team wants. He can bowl wherever, and he can bowl well wherever.
Yeah, I've played with Kirk quite a bit. He has a lot of strategies up his sleeve, and he's a pretty smart bowler too.
This one was short and balled away the mid-wicket on the 30 under the bull city, and just be a single there. Wais Jilani is off the mark. It's going to be a good contest here. Kirk Thompson to Kunal Sehgal. He loves pulling the ball, Kunal, but Kirk Thompson too. He loves banging it in. He loves the pace. And Kunal, he's a very class player himself. So this is the contest where we're up to see Kirk Thompson, Kunal, both are not. They don't shy away from the ball or anything. They love these contests. So you want to see this contest.
Yeah, just speaking about Anirudh Bolaseti, there is a very talented bowler. I'd love to see Stars try him here. He can take those wickets that you need. We saw it in the game against Samp Army. He removed Sarnam Patel and John Vijay. Can hit those short balls very well. He can bowl those Yorker lengths very well.
This one was just full, a little bit outside off, flick through. The big chase on by Anirudh Bolaseti. He doesn't get it. That's the boundary. That's the odd boundary ball. Kunal Sehgal gets it done. Kirk goes for boundary, and Ultimate Emperors are 45 for 2 and 4.2. If there's any chance of them getting this, it's Kunal Sehgal who has to be the man. He has to anchor the innings. He has to play throughout, and he's the man here.
Yeah, and I'm sure he will. He's very experienced himself. I've played with him a couple of times. Very cool-minded when he's batting.
And he doesn't take any pressure from what we've seen. Very, very cool guy, as Mitali said. So he's going to be a key role in this chase. Kirk, he's going to be a key bowler for Stars as well. That's
Yeah,
Kirk.
the responsibility has been taken by Kunal Sehgal as that one is punched through. They'll scamper for a single.
Oh, and brilliant effort there, but it'll go for 4.
Yeah, that's one of the shots of the day today. On the up, length ball, he just creamed that through covers. Kunal Sehgal, that was a shot and a half there. Kirk going for back-to-back boundaries. But a good effort by Danish Khan there in the deep.
Yeah, Kunal Sehgal just showing that, you don't need to swing across the line every ball to get the boundaries. Playing some very classical strokes here, just driving on the up. That is a beautiful stroke. Kirk Thompson, will he pull back the length or will he try for that Yorker again?
He's running in. This one, he pulls it back a little bit. Kunal Sehgal, he's up to the task there. I don't think it's going to go. Oh, some good effort
good
there
save.
by Anirudh Bolaseti down. And it looks like
Brilliant throw, too.
they'll pick up 3 runs there. But it's a good stop there, saving 1 run for his team, Anirudh.
Yeah, every run will count here as the Ultimate Emperors reach their halfway point. 52 for 2 here, just 57 needed now.
So Kirk, he'll just be looking to finish off this little bit expensive over, but as he's going to OAC lining right now. If I was going to OAC, I would go full and straight and on the stumps. That's what I would do. Kirk running in, does pitch it short, always swings his bat, and just go to long on there. And he's looking for 2, but it's a good throw in the deep there by Kiran, and he'll just be cut down to a 1.
Yeah.
Just a quick observation there, even before the ball passed the 30-yard circle, Kunal Sehgal, he was already on the other end. That's great intent. You'd love to see the batsman pushing for those 2 there. And, they didn't get it that time, but that's the type of intent you want to see, especially in a final and in a big chase.
Yeah, it's not just in a final. You want to see that intent. It's anywhere. It's a big ground here, so you can easily get those 2 and put the pressure on the fielder, maybe fumble it, but that's what you need here. Kunal Sehgal, he's doing that. That one short, it's harsh, gets around to it. It'll just be wide. It's a good bit of keeping there. Kunal Sehgal, he feels he should have pulled that.
Yeah, Danish, definitely what you said is right. And the field is pretty spread for Kunal as well as OAS. So if you just hit it pretty lightly to the fielders, you can definitely get 2 if you run fast enough.
Yeah, Kirk Thompson just giving 14 runs in this over. Kunal Sehgal knows he needs to go after this bowler here. He's bowled well throughout the tournament, but the pressure's just getting back on him a little bit. Runs in for his last ball. Can he make a comeback here?
Kunal runs down, and it's just going to be a single to long on. They're all pushing for 2. It's a good bit of work there. Kirk's really not happy by the look of it. It's a pretty expensive over here. It's gone for 16.
Great shot and great running. You don't have to necessarily go for the boundaries every single ball, even though this is only a 10-over game. You just have to take singles, doubles, whatever runs come your way.
Yeah, definitely agree. 6-2s is still 12 runs and over.
Yeah, and the required run is only 10.6. So you really just need those singles and doubles and maybe the odd boundary ball, which will help you a lot. That's all they need. as Danish Khan, the leg spinner, is introduced into the attack. He's had a very good season here in T10 so far, and in the final he'll be looking to perform here in the final. He loops it up, and it's gonna be an interesting matchup here. Are Kunal and Always gonna go for the big shot, or are they just gonna punch it down the ground, look for the singles and doubles? But they both can clear this ground for sure.
As the spinner is being introduced into the attack, I feel it will be very tempting, even for experienced batsmen like Kunal and Oais, to go after the ball. So certainly this option of bringing in a spinner will hopefully be effective for the Stars.
Danish Khan,
Yeah.
as I was
Yeah, Danish Khan, he's one of the key bowlers for the Stars. He's their main leg spinner, and sitting through the tournament, leg spinners have been key for every team there. And he's one of the most experienced bowlers in this lineup, and that is saying a lot when you're playing with the likes of Nilesh Patil and Jaskar Malhotra.
Oh, and that was a very, very tough effort on Anirudh Bolasetti there. Couldn't get to that one. He was not really fully at the deep square leg. He was a little bit in and put a diving effort, and he can't get there. And the intentions are clearly shown by Owesh Yulani. They're going to target Danish Khan. He does loop it up, so...
Yeah, that's a brilliant effort from Anirudh Bolasetti there. That's the type of effort you want to see. You know, it's a little chilly out. You know, it can get a little hard to field. And you love to see under 15 player diving around like that. That's brilliant work by Anirudh Bolasetti.
Danish Khan's a welcome boundary for the Ultimate Emperors. He's going to make a comeback, though. He runs in, this one looped up, and Sahar, lightning hands on that one. That's one of the fastest stumpings right now in the T10 league. And he does get the wicket. Danish Khan, I was just saying, he doesn't just get hit for boundaries. He gets the comeback. That's some lightning hands from Sahar Shwetan, the MS Dhoni of under 15.
Yeah, that is very, very smart bowling there. You know, Owesh Yulani, he likes the pace. He likes the pace on the ball. So Danish Khan just slowing it down there, almost looping it to the moon. Skybreaker, if you will. And it just drops down in front of him. And Saharsh, at only 13 years old, one of the best keepers in the league already, completes his stumping in no time.
Now looks like Nilesh Patil is talking to Anirudh Bolasetti, so we might see him come into the attack on this wicket. It's going to stay low a little bit, so might do some work here. But Danish Khan, all eyes on him. He'll be the main person here, Faraz, to come in. And he just got to stay with Kunal here. Kunal's probably like, just someone stay with me, anchor the innings with me.
Yeah, I'd say this is the right time to bring in a youth player here. You know, I've been saying it throughout the tournament. The youth are dynamic. They're unpredictable. They'll give you a wicket. It's a risk and reward situation. High risk, high reward. So I think it's the right time to bowl on your Bolasetti. Right when a wicket is on, you want him to get more wickets there. Danish Khan with this third ball. Flatter this time and pulled away into the gap. They'll look to come back for two. And they're very quick here.
The intent is already seen by Faraz Rafi. He has already pulled the first ball for 2 runs.
Khan running in, and it's just hit over extra cover. It could have been a catch there, but Kiran, he just stayed back. That's good effort. I don't think it would have carried. He'll just pick up a single. Now Kunal back on strike here.
Yeah, Danish Khan, you know, he's the key bowler for the Stars here. And he's taken that wicket. He's gotten that breakthrough. That's exactly what Stars would have wanted from him. You know, not a lot of bowlers have it in them to take that wicket right in the first over, but Danish Khan has showed Stars his class here.
We also have Tanish Dondre, the leg spinner as well, who takes wickets in the first over, so he can relay it as this one is hit up and Kunal Sehgal hits it to long off. They're not going to take on Kirk Thompson for sure with the second. he has one ball left, Danish. He runs in, it's looped up, just cut away. Just be a single.
Yeah, this is turning out to be one hell of a game here. Ultimate Emperors, they're sticking with the run rate.
It is 11, but they are doing pretty well to catch up, but I still feel it's Stars' game unless something happens, unless Kunal Sehgal can go off.
I think Ultimate Emperors are actually looking pretty good, even though they lost 3 wickets with Kunal staying in and batting through. I think Ultimate Emperors actually have a chance at this, even though they're slightly below run rate at this point.
Whatever it is, it's going to be very interesting, so I'm excited right now.
Yeah, definitely excited. It's going to be one heck of a game, as I was saying before. You know, Ultimate Emperors, their set batsman is in there. Kunal Sehgal, 33 off just 15 balls. And I think it's his time. It's his time to show up right in the finals. He showed up in the qualifier. It's time for him to show up in the finals here too. Kunal Sehgal, it is your day today.
Looks like the bowler is Pankaj. He bowled very well in the semi-final game. He got the wickets in the death, and he's gonna play a big role here. There's 4 overs left, so Pankaj, he's gotta play a very crucial role here. He's bowled well, as I said again in the semi-final. So he just has to deliver for Stars.
You know, quite an interesting captaincy decision here. We still have not seen Kiran Sarvanakumar, one of the strike bowlers for the Morrisville Cardinals. One can only think that Nilesh Patil is saving Kiran for the death here. You know, Kiran will bowl anywhere. He's very experienced. He's very talented. He will bowl where you want him to. So Nilesh Patil obviously saving him for the death there.
I think the only reason that they're saving Kiran for the death is that I'm not quite sure how the speed of Pankaj is, but maybe it'll be a little bit slower, more of like medium pace, while Kiran bowls pretty quick.
Pankaj, he also can bowl well though. Pankaj, he has some sort of pace, but in the crucial role as he runs in.
Pankaj, he's a very talented death bowler there. He took a 4-for in the last game. He's bowled beautifully throughout the tournament for the Stars. He's showed up in every game there, just bowling solid at the death for the Stars.
Yeah, he's been a very good death bowler, one of the best death bowlers in the league here, so he's got a big role to play here. He's defending 43 from 3.5 overs, but he's gonna have to defend it to Kunal Sehgal, who's looking in good nick this tournament and this match.
Speaking of great death bowlers, Kirk Thompson still has 1 over to go. You know, he didn't bowl the best of first overs, but Kirk Thompson, he comes back strong. So Stars have a lot of bowling options here. So they are looking favorites to win this game, but you know, Kunal Sehgal, he is a game changer and he is a game winner.
Yeah, Kirk Thompson here, he's proved it so many times in this tournament that when you give him the ball, he'll create some magic, whether it's saving the game, whether it's taking the important wicket. He'll do whatever you give him, so they're probably going to use that last over very crucial, maybe give him the penultimate over.
Yeah, definitely. I think in T10s, you just need one batsman to stay at the crease for the whole time. Even though you're getting wickets at the other side, the runs made by the first batsman definitely add up.
This one is hit over deep point. No one is down. Sorry, it's over the deep third, but it's going to be a 2 there.
That's good and aggressive running from both the batsmen there.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think the Stars will mind 1s and 2s here. The Ultimate Emperors really needs a couple boundaries every over now. Run rate is slowly climbing. It was 10 at the start of the over. Now it's slowly climbing to 11.45. And 42 needed off 21 balls now.
I have to agree with Danish here. It's not really the singles and doubles that they mind. They need the boundary ball. Pankaj running in. And he's cleaned him up there. Faraz Rafi, the wildest of swings across the line. And Pankaj, he's delivered almost every game, and he delivers this game as well.
You know, it was a swing so wild you might find it in the Amazon forest, but a brilliant ball from Pankaj removes Faraz Rafi here.
stick with Kunal and finish the game off for the Emperors?
Yeah, new batsman in Abhishek Sharma, a very talented batsman. He plays for Lions. He's got good technique, but now it's on him and Kunal right now. This has to be the partnership.
Yeah, Abhishek Sharma, he's played one of the most explosive knocks of the T10 tournament in the league stage. It was 40 odd off just 15 balls there, and he needs to do this again for the Ultimate Emperors.
With Stars enthusiastic about their wicket and the new batsman coming in, I wonder what's going through Kunal's mind right now.
Yeah, it's a good point. There's Kunal gonna feel like he has to go for it. I mean, he really does have to go for it, but I don't think he's getting as much support as he wants from the other end, but he's been good so far at the moment. They need 40 in 3.2 overs. It's a big ask. And Kirk Thompson, he's a very passionate player. He really wants the victory. You can hear him from the boundary. You can just hear him everywhere. He's telling other people where to go, where he's feeling, what he feels is best, and he really wants this win. He really wants Stars to win. You can see in the first qualifier that as soon as they hit the winning runs, he was mad. He was very upset. But now he'll be looking to get Stars over the line.
Yeah, definitely. You're right. Kirk Thompson is quite an interactive player. I've played with him a couple of times, and
Cleaned him up there. Too good for Abhishek Sharma. Off a length, just nipping in there, and it smacks in the middle stump. That's a quality delivery by a quality bowler.
To quote an Australian player, Marnus Labuschagne, that is a lowie to dismiss Abhishek Sharma there. Brilliant ball from Pankaj. And this is what two balls can do. Two solid balls to dismiss two batsmen in a row, and the Ultimate Emperors are looking in all sorts of trouble here.
But you can't just give the pitch the credit for that. He hit the length. He brought it in, and the pitch did help him. But it was a perfect length. He didn't know whether to go back foot or front foot. And the Stars, they have one more. Kunal Sehgal, what must he be thinking right now?
definitely under. If he's not under a ton of pressure, he's definitely under a little bit of pressure, because he's just seen the loss of 5 wickets.
Yeah, but this is what separates the good players and the best players here. Kunal Sehgal definitely in the latter category there. And he needs to do the job for the Ultimate Emperors. There's no one except him that will do this job here.
I think Zayn here needs to give the strike to Kunal as soon as he can.
It's the last ball though, so Kunal, I don't think he'll run. It's just 3 overs left, but they think they'll have to run. But let's see here.
Pankaj on a hat trick here, just 2 and 2.
And he gets the hat trick! Pankaj!
That is a hat trick, the first one in this T10 league, and we're seeing it in the finals here.
Pankaj!
Brilliant bowling from Pankaj there.
Pankaj, the experienced campaigner in the death, comes in here and gets a hat trick, delivers for his team, Ultimate Emperors. Sorry, the Stars. And now the Stars are in the driver's seat right now, as we have 3 commentating changes here. Abhiram, Bolasidi, Aman, and Shravan are into the comm box right now.
It's your favorite commentators back in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. We've got the last 3 overs of this T10 competition. Pankaj, another star, another diamond found out of this T10 tournament, just taking a hat trick. Narrowly missed it yesterday. Makes amends today, finished his job off. All hopes riding on Kunal Sehgal now for the Emperors.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what Pankaj just did. It's just unbelievable. Yorker lengths, and you just couldn't play him. I think Abhiram was talking about he wants to get some knocks. And Abhiram, I saw you bat. I'm not sure if you're scoring off of him the way he's bowling right now.
Yeah, 100%. I have to agree with you. Pankaj has been on fire today. I mean, he's been on fire this whole tournament, to be honest. He's been bowling very good, very hard lengths. And as we can see, he's been rewarded with a hat trick here in an important game as well. So we can see a couple Stars players really standing out today in the names of Kirk Thompson as well, taking over charge in the batting and scoring a 50.
His maiden 50 may I add to that in the Triangle Cricket League.
That's amazing.
Kirk Thompson really came through in a big game. And
you see Pankaj here 4 for 3.
It's incredible figures, and that just happened in the 1 over.
Man of the match watch? Are we looking
I
at
mean,
that?
it's going to be a tough one between Kirk.
Pankaj, where are we going, fellas?
I mean, I have to give it to Pankaj because, I mean, this is a batting-friendly wicket in my opinion, and him to be bowling the hard lengths against a pretty strong lineup, I mean, it would have to go towards Pankaj, in my opinion. I don't know about y'all.
The job is not done. Kunal Sehgal on man of the match watch as well. 40 needed off 3 overs. You never know. With that guy at the crease, anything is possible. You know, he just tees off here, gets odd, 60 odd. Man of the match performance in the finals from him is what I'm going with.
Yeah, 100% Abhiram. We've all seen what Kunal is capable of, and he just needs a shot or two to get him going. And as we see, goes for a big one. Should come back for a second here.
Fielder giving chase. They're looking to push 2. And get it quite easily there on that occasion. So the Stars now, they have the Emperors at 71 for 6. They'll be looking to apply as much pressure as possible and close out this game. The key wicket, obviously, Kunal Sehgal, but Kunal Sehgal is not an easy guy to get out. He's got about 17 balls left to score these 38 runs, and I reckon this is the over that he's going to go after.
I think it has to be the over he goes after. I think when you look at the leg spinner, for Kunal, again, a free-flowing bat, he's going to want to take advantage of one of these 2 overs, take advantage of 1 of the 2 balls, and there it is.
That's
the
a massive shot!
Watch it!
And that is gone
That's
through
a
the hands.
huge hit from Kunal Sehgal. He puts that one into the stands. The equation now
That's a
32 from
massive
16,
hit.
and the Emperors, they're not giving up yet.
That was a massive hit, and just as Aman was mentioning that this is the over that he's going to go for, and he chose the bigger side and cleared it with quite ease, honestly.
Well, when you have Kunal's power and timing, there is no bigger side of the ground because he can clear any ground anywhere in the country, and he's showing it right there. For the Stars, yeah, you're riding high off that hat trick taken by Pankaj, but Kunal, he's saying, it ain't over. I still have my 16 balls to get this done.
So the run rate goes, the required run rate. Oh, another one into the leg side. Fielders have to come around. They're going to push 2 again. Anirudh Ball said he gets the ball, but nope, that's another 2 easy runs there for the Emperors. So they're still going after this. Kunal is making his mark on this tournament. I'd say if he pulls this off, that's the knock of the tournament.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to have to agree. It's a big final, big runs coming in at the right time. I mean, this is the time for Kunal to really stand out from the rest of the batting lineup and show them why he has that pink helmet playing for the Cardinals.
Absolutely, this is his time, and I think Abhiram hit it right on the button. If he finishes this game off, it's a knock of the entire tournament, and it's shots like this, didn't quite get a hold of that one. They should push for 2, and the throw comes in, and they do get back for 2 quite easily in the end.
So Kunal now off this over has made 12 runs. He still has 2 balls to go, 2 sixes. Imagine that, Shravan. 2 sixes put the Stars in a position where they need to defend 14 off the last 2 overs, and this game is not going to be over. And even if he doesn't get 2 sixes, I still see that Kunal, as long as he bats through, I think they have a shot at winning this.
You kind of read my mind there. I was just going to say 28 off 2 overs for Kunal Sehgal is not an issue. He could do that in his sleep for sure.
But he needs a single in the next 2 deliveries. I know Arslan, he can bat, but I'm not. I want Kunal on strike and take as much strike as he can. We'll see what Danish has in store for him. Goes a little bit shorter.
Oh, that is gone straight in the hands of Siraj Khan. Safe pair of hands there.
And there's Kunal Sehgal. We can't see his reaction right now. The cameraman's not on him, but he's absolutely disappointed with that shot. Sounds like that would be the game. Feels like that would be the game, honestly, but
cricket is a funny sport. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe 1 or 2, couple inside edges here, couple boundaries. You never know, Abhiram. This game could be anybody's game.
100%. T10 is a very funny sport. And you see the team 81 at 7, and we see Anvit Ampali walking in here. This guy's known as a mean cricket ball. You know, he can beat the ball all around the park here. Danish Khan loops one up. I would not be surprised to see this ball flying into the stands.
Well, maybe take a single first. This is the last ball of the over. We'll see what can happen. But again, I know you need runs, but you can't lose wickets here. Right? This is 7th wicket in the book right now. Or maybe even just play a dot ball and let Arslan get the strike. But I think it's now a strategic game rather than for Anvit to just come in and light it up from ball 1.
See, the thing is, you're counting out the part that Kirk Thompson has another over. Kirk Thompson has another over, and he's bowled exceptionally well throughout this tournament. And like we've said time and time again, in the depth, Kirk Thompson is the go-to guy, regardless of any team you're playing for. So when you have 1 ball left to Danish, I say this is the ball you take a risk on. We see this one flighted up, no, and just blocks it. Seems like he's not reading the situation.
And I'm pretty sure Pankaj has another over here, right?
100%. So Pankaj and Kirk to close it out. Is that what we're calling, fellas?
100%. I mean, it has to be.
At least Pankaj
2 of your
is
best bowlers in the tournament. They would have to finish off the finals, and this game is looking in favor of the Stars, to be very honest here.
We will be right back after a short little break here. Aman Patel is going to leave the commentary booth, and in comes Abhiram Yarva, another experienced commentator. It's been a pleasure having you. How have you enjoyed the tournament so far, Abhiram?
Yeah, it's been very exciting. Been commentating a lot of the matches here, but this final is turning out to be a good final. Maybe right now it looks like Stars are in the driving seat, but I mean anything can happen here.
100%, 100%. It's been a pleasure listening to you commentate, young man. You have a bright career ahead in the commentary aspect of cricket.
Thank you, Abhiram. You too as well.
Thank you, thank you. As we see Pankaj coming in fresh off a hat trick. Shravan, what do you think he's going? Back to that same length, or do you think he's going to hit the stumps away with a full and straight Yorker?
I mean, to be honest, why change something that's working? It's working out for him. He's getting wicket. Just gotten hat trick the last 3 balls of the over. So, are we looking at a double hat trick? I mean, there are 3 wickets left. Maybe in the first 3 here. Pankaj has been on that kind of fire here today.
We might see a 4-4 here with the way Pankaj is bowling. I mean, he's hitting
that would be a double hat trick. A first ball wicket on this delivery is a double hat trick. So here we see Pankaj running in.
As we say,
can he do it here? 4-4.
Oh,
That
misses the off stump, and him
Look at
keeping
that extension of the ball
length
from Pankaj.
That
fast
is
bowling instinct coming right out of Pankaj on that occasion. Still got 5 deliveries left. He's just going to put 1 ball on the stumps. That puts him at 4 wickets. We'd love to see a hat trick and a 5-for in one game. Never been done before in the T10.
Almost been done by Abhiram City, co-commentator, but unfortunately it was a no ball. But Pankaj, can he do it? Can he get the first 5-for here?
I mean, he's looking bright to do it here. As he runs in, he's going to look to bowl this one quick and on the stumps. As we see that one right on the money, just flicked away. Should be just a single. They're pushing for the second. And throw comes in. There is a chance of a run, and the fumble by Pankaj.
And Anvi just gets in there, luckily, by a fumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the close of what has been a brilliant T10 season. This inaugural season of the Triangle Cricket League T10 season has been a success. Every night we've come out to Church Street Park and seen huge crowds. And tonight it's nothing short of that.
Yeah,
26 needed off the last 10 balls. So I think it's going to take a miracle for the Emperors to pull this one off, especially with Kirk and Pankaj to finish things off.
100%. It's almost a full crowd over here. About 500 people in attendance, including the players.
As Pankaj runs in for his 3rd one.
Oh, that's well put away. Should just be a single. And now the Emperors are kind of just looking like they've given up. They're not even trying to go for the big one. I understand Pankaj is bowled well, but you also do need 25 runs. And you have 3 wickets in hand, just an over to go. Maybe till the last wicket, just go for the big one. As we see the young lad here, he can hit a big one for sure.
100% unbeat. He's just got an opportunity here to showcase some of his talent. You know,
standing deep in his crease, which is good to see. Sorry to interrupt there.
No worries, no worries. A match-winning performance like this would boost his confidence and show the league that the youth program is not. Oh, well bowled again from Pankaj.
Once again, very difficult. He's very deceptive. If you look at it, almost walks in the run-up and then just very skiddy, and it's almost a heavy ball that comes onto you. It's not easy to put away.
Yeah, there's a lowy there from Pankaj.
An absolute.
Here we go, and again taking that deep crease stance there. It looks like he's shifted a little bit there, Shravan, covering his off stump.
But honestly,
channeling his inner Hardik Pandya, is he?
Honestly, with the length that Pankaj is bowling, he's not bowling in Yorker. He's bowling that length ball, so why don't he step up?
Wraps him on the pads. Looks like we're not going to see a 5-for. Still a chance to get 4 though for Pankaj.
Yeah, I mean, he's just blindly swinging at the unbeat. He's not really looking at it. That's what I feel. But
I want to see Unveed stand outside his crease now, because he's seen that Pankaj just kept that ball at a length or maybe short of length. So there's no point standing deep in your crease, because that ball is just going to hurry onto you. And Pankaj is not going for the Yorkers, so I really don't see what the benefit of standing deep in the crease is at this point.
That's a good point from Shravan there. Maybe you can just come up a bit or go back in your crease, maybe take a couple steps up and maybe try to hit it, but...
As we see, that is a brilliant Yorker. That is plumb. That's another 4-for Pankaj.
You got that completely wrong, my friend. He's picked up 4, not 5 today. Pankaj on the mark once again with that Yorker. Would have blown out the stumps, but Unveed's leg comes in the way, taking that off-stump guard. And the Emperor slide to 84 for 8.
Standing deep in the crease doesn't seem to be doing much for the Unveed there. Regardless, that is very good bowling.
We've got 1 over to go here. It's been an excellent tournament. It's all come down to this. 25 needed from 1 over. Are we going to see a miracle from the Emperors, or are the Stars going to close it off as expected?
As long as Kirk Thompson's bowling the final over, I think this game's done. And who's that walking in?
Looks like Rohan Gosala sporting the Marsville Cardinals gear.
Yeah, Rohan Gosala, he's got a big task now. 25 needed. Now looks like Nilesh Patil. Sorry, it's not Kirk Thompson. It's Nilesh Patil coming in, bowling the last over.
A little bit of a wry smile there on Kirk Thompson's face. There we see it again. A crowd favorite smile, a fan favorite smile, and certainly our fellow commentator Abhiram Yereva's my favorite smile.
And I think Nilesh is going to be bowling the final over here,
It's good to see in a fashion, because we see that Nilesh, the captain, taking responsibility, wanting to close things off for his team, not giving the responsibility to anybody else.
But you never know, because we all know Rohan can definitely have a bat, and we've seen Arslan hit some big shots on this ground previously in the previous years. So you never know. Anything can happen.
Which year were you talking about, Shravan?
I was too young to remember. Just heard a lot of stories.
And here we have Nilesh Patil coming in for the last over here to Arslan.
Almost sweeps that one.
Just easy that one from Nilesh, just in that full and straight length. No, it's just simple stuff for him at this point. He's executed on so many occasions in these pressure situations. Played for the Morrisville Cardinals last year.
Yeah, 100%. A big player.
I don't really think
quick
there's pressure.
bowler.
I don't really think.
Pulls out of that one. Abhiram, go ahead. You've been interrupted a couple times.
Yeah, I don't think really think there's pressure on him. It's like 25 and 5 deliveries. So he just needs to do what he does. So that's all he needs to do. He just needs to hit that Yorker length, and he should be fine.
As we see Nilesh running in. And that one put away.
Arslan,
And is that going to be a boundary? Kirk Thompson.
Nobody gets past the
Big
wall.
throw.
Kirk Thompson. Nobody gets past him. And as we see a trademark Kirk Thompson throw landing in the middle of the pitch somewhere.
Practicing his lengths all the time.
Always finding out what type of spot hits the wicket. Arslan, another big hit out to Jaskar and Malhotra. They're pushing for two.
Should just be
They're
single
going to
there.
take on Jaskan's arm there. And it looks like it's out of reach now. 23 off 4, 22 off 3, sorry. Even 3 sixes here won't do it.
And we see Rohan Goswala lining up for the first delivery, or his first delivery. 22 needed off 3, so game looks out of reach now unless Nilesh does some funky stuff here.
Just needs to bowl 3 legal deliveries. And that's whipped.
Should be
by
2
Rohan.
here. Just coming out there, just easy with the throw.
Yeah, he knows that 2s don't really matter at this point, so he just lightly underarms it to the bowler.
Much more accurate of a throw than Kirk Thompson, eh?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
I think the Stars have pretty much closed up over here. It's been a great game, honestly. It's been a great batting effort by the Stars and as well as the Emperors to put up 89 so far. So it's been a great high-scoring game here as we see a quick win by Nilesh.
Not just a great game, but a great season in general. It's been a very successful tournament. The T10 Blast has brought a lot of people out to Church Street during this time of year, where generally we see people staying in home and just waiting for finals weekend. But there's much more to come this weekend. There's just one more ball here left today on this beautiful Friday night, but there's many more matches to be played this weekend. We've got Division 2 Premier League finals at Fugwave Arena Upper. We've got the Division 1 finals at Century Fields 1 tomorrow, and then we've got the 3 T20 finals, on Sunday. So a lot more action-packed cricket to come.
As you know, Spital runs in for the last delivery of T10, and this one is hit
Straight up
by
in the
Rohan.
air.
Kirk Thompson coming under it. Doesn't get there. Would have been a brilliant way to finish off the season with the Kirk Thompson catch.
And Stars, they clinch the victory. The first season of T10 Stars get the cup. And Nilesh Patil, he's performed very well throughout the season along with Sar Shwetan, Jaskar Malhotra, Danish Khan, Kirk Thompson, and Kiran. All the main performers throughout the season in Stars, they get the victory.
And earlier today, I did see a post from Hasham Bhai saying that his team has made 3 finals and he's just won the first one. Wins Friday, he's got a game tomorrow, and he's got a game Sunday. And as we are going to end the stream pretty soon, it's been a pleasure hosting you all throughout this season. Oh, sorry, just got information that we have a presentation coming on, so don't go anywhere. It's been a pleasure talking to you about cricket this week and this whole tournament. Hope to see you soon, and stay tuned for the live presentation.
Thank you.
How did you use your voice, sir? How did you use
You use my volume, not voice. Just talk.
Yeah. Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering around. Let's just give it up for a successful T10 season. Number one. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our sponsors throughout the year: Juby, Fidelity, Outpost LE, Think Sabio, Mirchis, Adda, Liaison, Morsel Cardinals, and iCloud Now. Give it a round of applause for all of those guys for making these tournaments happen. All right, so we're just going to jump straight into it. Mirchis is going to present the first qualifier man of the match, and that one is going to Mr. Kunal Sehgal. He'll be given the trophy and a $50 check. Mirchis will be staying right here because they're also giving the first eliminator man of the match, and that goes to Mr. Suhail Warich. All right. And then Mirchis also giving out the second eliminator man of the match, and is going to Mr. Pankaj Kumar. And all three of those gentlemen receiving $50. And now for the MVP of the final, we'll invite the Morsel Cardinals to come give this award. $50 check goes to Mr. Pankaj Kumar once again.
MVP for the final.
So now I want to invite Abhiram Yerva on the behalf of Think Sabio. He'll be presenting the Best Wicketkeeper Award, and that goes to Sahar Swethan. Abhiram Yerva will also be joining us on behalf of Think Sabio to present the best fielder that is not a wicketkeeper, and that goes to Mr. Kunal Sehgal.
Best fielder.
And now I'm going to invite one of the finals umpires to come give the Best Batsman Award for the tournament, and that goes once again to Mr. Kunal Sehgal. Best Batsman.
Best batsman.
And this, he will be receiving a $75 for this award. And now I invite the other umpire to come give the best bowler for the tournament. Another $75 goes to Mr. Pankaj Kumar. So now I'll invite Neeraj Rohila of Outpost LE to present the MVP of the tournament and $100 to Mr. Kunal Sehgal. And now I'll invite Saurabh Birla of Fidelity to present the runners-up check of $1,000 and the trophy to Ultimate Warriors. Ultimate Emperors. Captain and the owner. Owner as well? Yeah.
Captain also. Get the trophy.
Yeah, I'll get it. Come. Photo. Get in. On behalf of Stars.
And now for the real big one. The champions of the first ever T20 Blast by Triangle Cricket League. T10. Thank you. Not good in math. We invite Bharat on behalf of Jubi C40 Mortgage to give away this award. Where's Bharat? The winners for the first edition, Stars. May we invite the entire team to come over. Entire team. All team members.
I know.
Okay, thank you.
On behalf of Triangle Cricket League, we want to thank everybody, the team owners, the players, the viewers, both online and the ones who came to support us, the sponsors, the primary sponsor of this T10 Blast, Jubi, and everybody a big thank you. Without your support, we couldn't have done this. We look forward to seeing you all in the next edition. Until then, goodbye from Triangle Cricket League.